like I keep saying, those I rightfully criticise, even being MP for West Derby, refugees welcome. Dan Jan, the diversity man, Dan Card, them people won't. Ricky Tomlinson, coach for refugees, a few quid in the pocket. Liverpool political editor, Liam Thorpe. Those I rightfully criticise, I know they're not going to respond. They're going to ignore Joe Owen. Every issue I raise, they're going to ignore it. Right, I know that. Right, but I make these videos to put them on the spot, and also so the good people of Liverpool can see what their so-called representatives are doing. They're doing nothing. Right, that's the thing. They are doing nothing in addressing the cultural transformation our glorious city is undergoing. Scouse schools, long-standing proud Scouse communities, Scouse economy falling more and more into the hands of new arrivals, leaving us dependent on our adversaries, which can't be good for any community, for any people, right? Beholden, that was the word I was looking for. Tip of my tongue. Beholden to our adversaries. That can't be good, as I've said, for any community, right? So that's not good. So they're not addressing any of the issues I raise. They're just ignoring what is happening. Like I've said before, we have to think of our children and our grandchildren. What's going to happen long term? What's going to happen in Scouse schools as they become, Scouse children become minorities in these schools, because that's what will happen. That's what's happened in other communities across the country where they left cultural change too long and new arrivals are well and truly in the driving seat, and local children are now minorities in their schools. Where they dance to the culture new arrivals have brought with them. The school will reflect the culture, like I've said. New arrivals are brought with them. Bear with me, it's getting really busy. So it's important, ladies and gentlemen, the issues Joe Owens raises. It's very important because, like I said, if they're ignored and left, long term this will be disastrous for our city. Without a doubt, it will be disastrous. We can't leave this to just go unopposed, not even spoken about, not addressed. We just can't. We have to keep raising this issue regarding cultural change, further cultural change, because if we don't, like I've said, long term it'll be disastrous for our city. See, look what's happened to these other places, right? London, Leicester, Birmingham. Those places have changed so much. They're not the same places anymore. They're different places, right? Now, we can't let that happen here, because that's what will happen. We won't be exempt from it. Our cultural change won't be a different type of cultural change. It'll be the same cultural change, as I've said, that's transformed once unique, proud places into strange, different places, right? Completely different places, a million miles away from what those communities once were. So it's important, ladies and gentlemen, it's very important what is happening, right? What was my Busker friend? Looks if it is going to rain, so I'll get this video done ASAP. As I've said before, and I'll say again, I don't come down here with any animosity towards anyone. Sure, most new arrivals are good people. That's not the point. Once there's more of them than us, then everything dances to their tune then. Not even more of us than them. Once there's a sizable 30% of them, then everything then dances to their tune. Everything will reflect the culture they've brought with them, because they're not forsaking the culture. They've no intentions of forsaking their culture. They're going to keep their culture, right, and replace ours with theirs. Now, before anyone says, oh, come on, Joe, it's a bit extreme, that, you know, a bit alarmist. Well, what's happened to London, Birmingham, Leicester, Oldham, Bradford? What's happened to those places, right? Well, exactly, the new arrivals and the culture they brought with them replace the original host culture. Like I've said, no more Cockney sparrows fly over London. Okay, sir? No more Cockney sparrows fly over London, and we all know why. Now, as I've said before, small amounts of new arrivals, even if they didn't want to embrace our ways, it wouldn't matter, because they'd be small in number. Our culture would still prevail, it wouldn't matter, right? But that's not what's happening, is it? There's too many coming. And look what's happened to Kensington and Fairfield, Lawrence Road. Look now what's happening to Breck Road, County Road, West Derby Road, Prescott Road, and many other long-standing proud Scouts communities. Look what is happening. There's a transformation underway. Anyone says there isn't, as I've said, is either in denial, doesn't get out at all, or in need of spectators. It really is a busy day. It's a windy day now as well. Don't know if the sun's gone. That's not coming back out by the look of it. But I come down here, as you know, and as I say, I come down here because I have to deliver the awful truth to the good people of Liverpool. What is happening to their city being changed, right, into a different place. Now that change is there for all to see in Kensington and Fairfield. Lawrence Road, right, especially Kensington and Fairfield, Lawrence Road. The change now is all around County Road, Breck Road, West Derby Road. So once again, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but it's there. Okay, sir, thank you. So it's there for all to see, right? It's not me making it up, it's there for all to see. And like I've said, if it's not stopped, long term this will be disastrous for us. Think of our children and our grandchildren, ladies and gentlemen, right? You have to think of them, right? What has happened in these other communities, right? Other communities where there's been profound cultural change. What's happened there with just the ones that have been left in those places? A few children in the schools that they once dominated. You know what happens? They're the outcasts then, that's what happens. It's not me making this up, that's how it works in the real world. Don't blame me for that, but that's how it works in the real world, ladies and gentlemen. And how it'll work here, these reckless politicians, bogus super scousers, journalists like Liam Thorpe, continue ignoring what is happening here in our glorious city, our cherished city centre. It's been changed, culturally changed. Universal Scousers are now replacing original Scousers, authentic ones. That's me and you, right? So we have to stop this, we have to oppose it, right? Because if we don't, like I've said, long term, this will be disastrous for our city. It really is. Getting busy now, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll call time because I'm dodging in and out of people here. I'm not sure, I may come back and do another video later, I'm not sure. But just, as I say, just think of some of the things I say, because we know, as I say, being in possession, metaphorically speaking, of a crystal ball, we know what's on the way, how it unfolds and the end result. That's what I'm saying, we already know, given what's happened to London, Birmingham, Leicester and many other places. So we're pre-warned, ladies and gentlemen. We'd be mad not to heed this warning. We would be mad, literally mad, as a great man once said, right? Well, I'm going to call time now, ladies and gentlemen. But remember, say no to cultural change, yes to Scouts pride. Shout it out loud, Scouts and proud. Okay, thank you.